Good morning, students. Today, let me start with the interfacing of DAC with the 8051 microcontroller. DAC is digital to analog conversion, and the device which converts the digital input signal into analog output is called as digital to analog converter. So, DAC stands for digital to analog conversion, and the device that performs this conversion is called as the digital to analog converter. Coming to the main principle of operation of the DAC, in DAC 0808 chip, the digital inputs are converted to the current output. The digital inputs are initially converted to the current output, and a resistor is connected at the output terminal so as to convert the current to voltage. But this resistor results in a loading effect. This resistor acts as a load where there will be a voltage drop across the resistor, and hence to avoid this voltage drop or the loading effect at the output terminal, an op amp is connected at the output so that the operational amplifier or the op amp amplifies the output of the DAC. It amplifies the current output of the DAC, and the amplified output is obtained at the output of the operational amplifier or at the output of the op amp. Let us see that later. Now the total current provided by IOUT pin is a function of the binary inputs and the reference current. The IOUT, that is the current output provided by the DAC, is given by the formula IOUT is equal to I reference into D7 by 2 plus D6 by 4 plus D5 divided by 2 raised to 3 plus D4 divided by 2 raised to 4, that is 16, plus D5 it is D3 it is sorry D3 divided by 32 plus D2 divided by 64 plus D1 divided by 128 and plus D0 divided by 256. Okay, so it is for the 8-bit digital to analog converter. This is the formula where I reference is the input reference current. It is usually 2 milliampere and it is applied to pin number 14. That means the output current at the DAC, at the output of the DAC, is dependent on the reference current and the binary bits. So this D7, D6, D5, D4, D3, D2, D1 and D0, they are the binary bits. They are either 0 or 1. Okay, D7 is the MSB for the inputs and D0 is the LSB for the inputs. This is the figure which shows the interfacing between the DAC 0808 and the 8051 microcontroller. As we can see in this figure, the read pin is for reading the data, that is analog data from the DAC, analog data, that is analog output from the DAC, whereas write is for writing the digital data into the DAC. The digital data is written from the microcontroller, it is output from the microcontroller, and then the digital data is converted into analog signal. Here VCC is plus 5 volt power supply, V reference plus is connected to plus 5 volt through resistors 5K. This V reference plus is nothing but the voltage, analog output voltage that is obtained, its range is given by this V reference plus. If you are connecting it V reference plus to plus 5 volts, then the analog output voltage that is obtained, it is in between the range of 0 to 5 volts. Then at the IOUT pin or output pin, the current output is obtained as we can see in this figure. Right, the IOUT pin, the current output is obtained. To convert this current output to amplify this, an op amp is connected. This is called as the op amp. Okay, this particular symbol minus plus what you are seeing. Okay, IOUT connected to minus, then positive to ground. It is called as the op amp circuit or the operational amplifier. And this is the feedback, the 5K resistance that is connected from the output of the op amp to the input. Okay, output to input connected through the 5K. It is called as the feedback resistance, and because of this the op amp is amplifying the applied input signal. Okay, it is act like a amplifier. It is an amplifier circuit, operational amplifier which amplifies the applied input signal, and the amplified output is obtained at the output of the that is amplifier or the output of the operational amplifier. And then it is given to the scope or the oscilloscope where it can measure how much is the analog output voltage that is obtained. Okay, then V reference minus is connected to ground through the 5K resistance. Then in between VEE, it is connected to minus 12 volts, there is a compensating capacitor connected between VEE and COMP pin. Between VEE and COMP terminals pins, we are connecting a capacitor. A capacitor is connected, which acts like which is for the compensation to provide the required compensating voltage. The capacitor is connected between the VEE and the COMP pin. Okay, and the VEE pin is connected to minus 12 volts. Next, let us see. I hope this is understood to all students. That is interfacing of DAC 0808 to 8051 microcontroller. Next, we will move on to the DC motor interfacing with 8051. As the name indicates, DC is for direct current, right? Direct current motor. This is used for applications such as in the small fans used in motherboards to cool the CPU. They are run by DC motors. They are used in drilling machines. They are used in tape recorders and Walkmans. These are few of the applications of the DC motor. So this DC motor is the device which translates electrical pulses into mechanical movement. DC motor, a direct current motor, is a device which converts or which translates electrical pulses into mechanical movement, or it converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. What are the features of the DC motor? In DC motor, we are having only two leads, that is positive and the negative. And the input voltage that we are applying to these two leads, that is the polarity of the applied DC voltage, it determines the direction of the rotation of the DC motor. If the polarity of the applied DC voltage is positive negative, then the DC motor may rotate in clockwise direction. And if the polarity of the applied DC voltage is negative positive, then the DC motor will rotate in the opposite direction, that is in the anti-clockwise direction. Thus, DC motor is the one which moves continuously as compared to the stepper motor which rotates in steps. DC motor moves continuously, or it rotates continuously, whereas stepper motor rotates in steps. Speed of the DC motor is measured in revolutions per minute. And if we connect the load, if we are maintaining fixed supply voltage, and if we increase the load, then the speed of the DC motor decreases, because it is as good as carrying a basket of apples on our head. If we carry the basket of apples on our head and try to run, then we may not run with the same speed as we will be able to run without the basket of apples on our head. Okay, so this is how, as the load increases, the speed of the DC motor decreases. This is what is called as the H bridge configuration, the one that you are seeing here. This is the DC motor. If we are connecting positive to A and negative, and another B terminal to ground, okay, of the DC motor, then it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. And if we connect A terminal to ground and B terminal to positive, then the DC motor is rotating in the clockwise direction. The right side, what you are seeing is the H bridge configuration. Here, the DC motor is connected to 4 switches, SW1 to SW4. 4 switches are connected. Okay. Now, based on the position of these switches, the DC motor rotates either in clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction, or it may be an invalid state. Okay, so this is called as the H bridge configuration of the interfacing of 8051 microcontroller to the DC motor. As we can see in this table, in this function table, if S1 and S4 are closed and S2 and S3 open, switch S1 and S4 closed, S2 and S3 open. There S1 is closed, S4 is closed, S2 and S3 open. So the current flows like this through S1, through A to B, then through S4 to ground. That means the motor or the DC motor rotates in the clockwise direction. If the S2 and S3 are closed, if switch S2 is closed and S3 is closed, S1 and S4 are open, and the current flows from the positive terminal, from the positive power supply through switch 2, then B to A, then switch 3, and then to ground. Okay, therefore the DC motor rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. Suppose if all the switches are closed, that is S1, S2, S3, S4 all are closed, then it is invalid state. Similarly, if all the switches are open, S1, S2, S3, S4 all are open, then also it is an invalid state. Okay. Next, let us write a program for the DC motor. For the H configuration to interface a 8051 to a DC motor, a switch is connected to pin P2.7, right, and ALP to monitor the status of the switch and perform the following. So it's a H bridge configuration that is used to interface 8051 microcontroller to DC motor, and here they are using a switch connected to pin P2.7, and depending upon the status of the switch, that is if P2.7 or the switch is 0, the DC motor moves in clockwise direction. If switch is 1, that is if it is closed, sorry, the DC motor moves in the counterclockwise direction. So begin with the ALP they have asked, that is assembly language program. So start with the org 0000H. In the main program, clear first initialize all the switches. Here how many switches are required? They are using the H bridge configuration. As we have seen just now, for the H bridge configuration, there are 4 switches that are required. Okay, 4 switches. So initialize these switches, make them 0 first. Clear P1.0, first switch is connected to P1.0 pin. Then clear P1.1, second switch is connected to P1.1 pin. Clear 1.2, P1.2, switch 3 is connected to P1.2 pin. Clear P1.3, switch 4 is connected to P1.3 pin. Okay, so here all the switches are cleared. Okay, all the pins are cleared so as to initialize the switches. Next, set bit P2.7. We are making P2.7 high. P2.7 is switch 1. Okay, so switch 1 is closed. Now the DC motor should move in the anti-clockwise direction. So it is moving in the anti-clockwise direction. Jump shift bit to 2.7. Okay, so it is going in the anti-clockwise direction now. So these are the instructions for the motor to rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. It is set bit P1.0, set bit P1.3. P1.0 and P1.3 are high. So switch 1 and switch 4 are closed. Switch 2 and switch 3 are open. That is clear P1.1, clear P1.2. That means P1.1 is 0 and P1.2 is 0. Right. So the DC motor rotates in the anti-clockwise direction. Short jump to monitor. So every time it will be jumping to monitor and it will rotate in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, if P2.7 is 1, it is anti-clockwise direction. Suppose if P2.7 is 0, right, what they have mentioned, if switch is 0 or P2.7 is 0, the motor should rotate in clockwise direction. So if it is 0, then coming to the clockwise, clear P1.0. Here whatever instructions we have written, we have to just make them opposite. That is P1.0 we have set P1.3. We have to clear P1.0 and clear P1.3. And here for anti-clockwise, we have cleared P1.1 and P1.2. We have to set them. Okay, set bit P1.1 and set bit P1.2. That will give the instructions for the DC motor to rotate in the clockwise direction. Short jump to monitor. It will jump to monitor, and again it will check the status of P2.7. If it is 1, it will rotate the DC motor in anti-clockwise direction. If the switch is 0 or P2.7 is 0, then the DC motor will be made to rotate in the clockwise direction. Okay, so like this the programs may be asked in the examination based on the H bridge configuration to write an assembly language program. Fine, students. So in today's class, students, we have discussed about interfacing of DAC to 8051 microcontroller. What is a DAC, right? And how to interface DAC 0808 IC to 8051 microcontroller. Then we have seen what is a DC motor, applications of DC motor, what are the various applications of DC motor, then features of DC motor, right? Then one of the important configuration, that is H bridge configuration of the DC motor interfacing with the 8051, and there are 4 switches in the H bridge configuration, and based on the switches position, that is whether they are closed or open, we will be having the DC motor rotate in the clockwise direction or in anti-clockwise direction or in the invalid states. Then we have written a program for the H bridge configuration to interface a 8051 to DC motor, where depending on the status of the switch connected to P2.7, if switch is 0, the DC motor is made to rotate in clockwise direction, and if switch is 1, the DC motor is made to rotate in the counterclockwise or in the anti-clockwise direction. Fine, students. I hope everybody have understood here. If there are any questions or anything not understood on the today's topic, please let me know. I'll clarify your doubts. Thank you.